Today is January 29th. The Yankees are interested in Goldy coming back. They made a trade for a reliever, and you guys asked us some questions. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy. John Boy and Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, theme, and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks.
Woo.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy. John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy. John Boy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. BBD behind the dish. We have rumors of Goldy. We have a trade that was made. We've got questions from the people. Jake, how are you feeling?
Angel Chivilli.
Chivilli.
James Davis, everyone tuning in, thank you so much. Coming live from our warehouse. Wow. In full umpire uniform, head to toe. So I'm just going to call how it is today, James.
Yeah, well, you might get some wrong, but you'll never admit it.
We can review it if we need to, is what I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. The Goldy thing is kind of funny because, again, it's one of the looming things of this offseason has been the Yankees not really doing anything differently. And then our complaint off of that, or kind of the winning complaint at this point, has been like how good Goldy was those first 2 months of the season.
Yeah.
Was kind of the winning Yankees complaint. Like, if you're not comfortable with the team, that doesn't have a counter argument. Like the pitching, you're like, oh, all this potential. There's young guys. The old guys come back. The lineup has some good numbers. And but it was like, well, the one thing, Paul Goldschmidt was amazing for 2 months at the top of the lineup. And so how do we replace that? And it might, well, it might be with Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah, I made the joke that, they got Belly next, Paul Goldschmidt, and then
That's not a good joke tone voice.
it was better when I did it.
Right, when it was live.
Yeah.
That wasn't a clip from it. I didn't want people confused.
You
with
and
that.
Joe's,
'Cause you hit
Joe's
it
turned to
great.
you, and he was like,
He
he's
started
confused.
cackling. He pissed his pants.
I was just gonna say he pissed
Yeah.
his pants. That's insane.
Yeah.
That
He did.
wow. But then I read somewhere, and I was trying to figure out if this was a report or an opinion that I read. I'm confusing it. That they're interested in him as a platoon option sometimes, but mostly to mentor Ben Rice as a first baseman, which is something I brought up a couple episodes ago, saying we need someone who's going to teach Ben Rice first base. If you go to Twitter and just say Paul Goldschmidt, Ben Rice, the first video that comes up October 4th, and it's Ben Rice taking scoops at first base and Goldy out there standing, arms folded, looking like a coach or a dad, taking time out of his day to help Rice out. So, I'm really not against this move, but I also, it is just funny, the narrative that Cash even tried to say, we're not the same. We're the same as the last half, and then it's like, well, if you do, you're really chasing the sameness.
Yeah, and again, if you jump to the playoff part of it, which I get it, playoffs are short and injuries, with the last Rodon start, he got rocked, and he was injured so badly, he's going to miss the start of the season. So that's something I struggle with in many different ways. Cashman's interview wasn't a fan favorite interview for kind of every side of it. And then, I think for Goldy, I think the couple things that come into play are, where is he at with his career? Is he looking for more of a playing opportunity? Because if you're the Yankees, Ben Rice has to play. If we were doing an Easter episode, which I know we were talking about, they have a lot of eggs in the Ben Rice basket. They think Ben Rice is kind of a guy.
Yes. Oh, yeah, definitely. And then a lot of stats back it up. And we do an Easter episode usually, and I'm at my Aunt Carol's house wearing pastel, sitting in a rocking chair. So stay tuned. If this is your first time,
Be ready.
It's usually around
Easter.
Yeah.
It's Easter Sunday.
It's usually the second or first series of the season. Probably the second now because they're starting so early. Because one time it was after the 4-game opener against Houston.
It's like the second week or so.
Yeah. That was the first series in 2024.
Right.
Yeah. Top comment. There's a Reddit thread. And why are the Yankees running it back? We think we're really good, like the article, right? And then a lot of people talking about it. And I actually thought this was an interesting point by it's the most upvoted comment by Trapper Gene. And it says, are they better than the team who lost to Toronto in October? No. Are they better than the team that started Carlos Carrasco, Marcus Stroman for months while starting Oswald Peraza for half a year at third and missed a playoff bye by 1 game? Yes.
Yeah.
I think I agree with that.
Right.
The pitching with Cole Rodon out still, like, they're still opening day, but by the time Cole comes back, someone else will have fallen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Health or performance.
Yeah.
That's just how it works. Yeah, I get all of that. I think, one, if you're a Yankee fan and you just have that your real Yankee gear kick in, that's still just not the mindset. Like, what game are we playing here?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not what we were raised that the Yankees should be. So if that frustrates you, I have no qualms with that. I think as I've started doing what this season could feel like, because you know we're not that far from 2023 when, you know, as you noted throughout the year, it was like coming into the season, it was the most questions about a lineup that we've had in a long time, and those questions all kind of went horribly wrong. I thought it was just funny. There's questions. Some of them I'm very interested in. People know my interest in Ryan McMahon.
Mm-hmm. Rymac.
That I think there's a lot of guys coming into the season. I was wondering if we should do a leash meter.
Oh, like their dogs?
But then I think just however that like leads to graphics or quotes of us talking about how long a human man's leash is.
Yeah.
I feel like that could come back at us. But I would like everyone and maybe the people to think on how we do that. But like, there's going to be so many guys on short leashes next year that I'm looking for another way to phrase it. But like, Wells should be on a short leash.
He's not.
Our shortstops are both on short leashes.
One of them
McMahon
is
has a
not.
short leash coming into the season.
I don't know if the Yankees.
Well, the
have
Yankees
them.
don't believe in short leashes. I'm just saying as like a fan base and how we view the team that
they're off the leash people.
A month and a half. All the Dominguez,
I have something to say about people
Trent,
off the leash.
that we've got a lot. Doval, we got a lot of guys who are going to
leash.
be. A lot of guys who are on a leash. So if there's another way to quantify, I don't know if it's gas in an engine.
Yeah.
Or something that feels better to share.
You walk your
internetly.
dog off leash,
Sure.
and now they run up to my front door, and now my dogs are fighting with your dogs through my glass door.
Right.
You got to leash your dog.
Yeah, your dog shouldn't
My
be
dogs
off leash.
they're inside their house.
Right.
Being,
Next time, let him in. That solves that. Don't let the human in.
my dog would bite him. Maisie's like a real piece of work.
But if their dog comes into your house and your dog bites them,
Is their
I'd
dog-
have to read the
Is
laws.
there dog invasion, dog self-defense?
I'd have to read the
on
dog.
dogs?
Standard
I mean,
ground.
100%.
Like on dogs?
What do you mean on dogs?
Like dog court of law? Like my dogs would be free because they entered our house?
I mean, I think it turns into real court of law. Like, I don't think there's dog courts. I think it's
Definitely
just
dog courts.
100% no dog courts.
There's for sure
I think
people who
it's
handle
real courts.
dog cases.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agree.
Because you got to think of all the other animals that have crimes committed around them.
Correct.
Horses.
Comment
I think
below.
that Judge has no leash.
Judge should be off leash.
Grisham's off leash for the first half of the season. Belly's off leash all year.
Judge, Belly, leashless.
Yeah, all year.
All year.
Yeah.
They have MVPs in their back.
Jazz all year.
Jazz is pretty much off leash.
Yeah. Wells all year.
Max Fried.
all year.
I don't think Wells is.
I think so because it's the same thing as what they talk about Volpe. There's no one that knocking on the door, and we've seen that with Volpe. They've said there's no one coming for no one to challenge him, which is why they like Caballero because now they have someone to challenge him. There's no one challenging Wells for playing time.
Yes, but I guess
he had an awful year last year. It was off leash.
I think if leash wise,
let's change the leash thing. It's starting to sound bad.
I know, and that's what the funny thing is that
free range.
That is a normal term.
Free range, and then some others are fenced in.
But then we just took it to chickens. It feels like.
I was thinking horses.
Oh, I don't know. We'll think of a way to quantify this, but again, if Wells is the squeaky wheel next year, it could get loud for Wells. Hey, maybe Wells is great, and congrats, just had his first kid.
Yeah,
yes,
that is awesome.
So
congrats.
Little dad strength gets those, 10 more feet on the fly ball. He's got 30 homers in the tank this year. It's the talk of the office?
I don't know if it would be. McMahon, as leash is probably he becomes a platoon player. More so.
Stricter.
Everyone wants him to work.
Yeah, I do. Really bad.
He has one skill that is an amazing, amazing skill to have on any baseball team.
Mm-hmm.
So
you've seen people in their first half season have difficulty finding the porch. I think Rizzo's numbers were great, but when he first got traded over, you saw him searching for it. Then you've seen other guys like Jazz, who in his first season when he got traded over, didn't really find it and was swinging too hard for it. So hopefully McMahon as a lefty is able to kind of understand it more, see what does he have to do to utilize it. Sometimes it's not as obvious. A lot of players have talked about that. Rizzo, for sure, he hit so many foul home runs that he said, I was aiming for it. I figure out a little different timing.
Yeah, and I think with McMahon, if the Yankees and the Yankees fans see him have one hot streak, it's almost over. He can be off leash, but we're not using that comparison.
That's dead.
Because if you off the top of my head,
damn, this whole thing collapsed on me.
With the Rockies last year, I think his May and June were 800, 900 OPSs. That if he does that with his level of defense, then it's over. But Yankee fans haven't seen that. Yankee fans have seen him be kind of tough in the box. And then at the same time, the beauty of Yankee fans, so it's almost reverse Trent Grisham. McMahon had that one good swing in the playoffs. And Yankee fans kind of end their Ryan McMahon conversation with, well, the playoffs were good. And it's he played 2.5 games. He wasn't super featured.
No.
But that's fine.
He made great plays.
Yeah. He's a dog, dude. He ran into the dugout.
It's cool.
He never took his at-bats to the field. Nice, Jake.
Wow.
You like that?
That's great. His defense didn't slump.
No. He because he was hitting so bad, it was almost he's damn, I really need and want to make a play. And he did. But he's got to be better.
Yeah. What's another term?
Should I just go all in? Chips on the table, Texas Hold'em, 2005. Get your buddies together, sober.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew, snacks. Someone puts their chips all in on the first hand. You say, oh, we planned this poker night 3 weeks ago. What are you going to do the rest of the night? And now someone else has a big pile.
That's what I would do in high school when our friend group got into poker. I'd just go all in the second hand. I was like, that sucks, dude.
I get bored quick.
I get so bored.
Not that early, but I get bored quick.
But if you're at a table with strangers,
yeah,
I can last longer.
Right.
If I'm in a basement with my high school buddies,
let's do something else.
Let's do something else. That's fun. Let's pretend that you're blind and I'm limbless and fight.
Something fun.
That's what me and Rob Urban did one night. He wore a blind patch and I had no arms, and we fought.
Who won?
The Giggles.
Yeah.
The Giggles won out.
Society.
The crowd.
I think I won. I think I just ran into him a couple times.
So he couldn't see a thing and you could see.
I could see, but I had no arms. So if I got...
I think you should win that fight.
No. If he senses me coming, he can hit me. I'm basically a tipper-topper.
Right. You're a bowling pin.
Yeah. Like, I got to run and hit and then run out because if I run and stay, clock me in the draw.
Yeah, I mean, you're selling out for one good
hit.
You need to get him
But
down.
we were in a basement with a lot of furniture, and how it was set up was he walked down the stairs, didn't know where I was in the room.
You have the advantage.
Also, someone stole the pot when we finished playing. They went to find the money, and someone had stole the $40.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's tough.
So, no one admitted to it.
That's not what you want.
No one admitted to it. Crazy. Anyway.
Okay.
This guy that throws the ball out of the bullpen.
Angel Chivilli?
Yeah.
That's not his name.
Chivilli.
Chivilli?
Angel Chivilli. They traded him for first baseman TJ Rumfield. And he's a project. Like he has what they want to work on. His stats in Colorado have not been good. Don't look at them, I guess. It's more of a Cruz, Clay Holmes caliber guy, which they've had a lot of success with.
Yeah.
But also, like, sometimes they get relievers and it don't work out. So who knows? Rumfield was blocked at first base, and Chivilli is 2 years younger than him. I'm reading a tweet from Peter Appel to give him credit.
Nice.
97-mile-per-hour fastball.
Good.
90-mile-per-hour slider.
Sure.
Change up with 42.6% whiff rate.
How come we didn't get a mile per hour with that? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. He went whiff rate instead. You got to ask Peter.
It's a good number, but
50% ground ball rate. And Jack Curry quote tweeted that and said, this is what the Yankees saw, basically.
It's the part of the Yankees that I think has been the consensus thing that they've deserved the most credit on. We give it mostly to Matt Blake. And their pitching department of finding pretty simple formula of a certain level of arm talent or an unhittable pitch, like they did with Sharkey, Tommy Canley. It's just tough because you can't get excited because we could watch our guy Chivilli the first time and be like, oh, well, that's okay. We'll see in a little bit. That might need some work.
I could DFA him in April, and we're not.
We also I guess, of velo guys. Has there been any velo guys on the mound that we've been like, I mean, not to go mythical creatures on us right now, Steven Ridings, but he was awesome. But he just disappeared.
I can't see him without there being mist in the air.
Have any of the Yankees' velo projects not worked out?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like, I think this guy.
Weizig is an interesting case. It's injuries, but he also was bad at times. But he was also good
at effective times.
I feel like there's like Abreu.
Abreu had velo.
Right? I think
he had velo. He kind of came up.
He was one of their prospects.
He was one of theirs, and then they'd keep losing him, and then they'd bring him back. So in a way, like, they couldn't tap into more.
And nobody else did either.
Farnsworth.
Whoa. That predates Matt Blake.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Like, lighter overall, we would say didn't work out, but he's not a velo guy.
I was building up to lighter and like had his playoff like moment, so everyone was kind of cool. But, yeah,
I'd have to look at past year's relievers, but I do see what you're saying. What about the Ferg?
Yeah, I mean, in my head, Ferg was throwing 93.
Oh, really? I have no idea. I have no idea.
I know
what he was throwing.
Fergalurg.
Oh, brutal! Like, first picture of him when you Google his name. It looks like he hasn't slept, and his hat's on in a weird way, so it looks like he's kind of like got like a weird bald thing.
Caleb Ferguson would admit that is not the best picture of him.
Yeah. My
And
Wikipedia is not the best picture of me. It happens. We don't have
That's
control over this.
That's okay.
What was he throwing? Who cares? Is that the true question? Like, do you want me to go see if Caleb Ferguson was a velo guy? I'm doing it, but I don't think
in my
it's
head,
necessary.
Caleb Ferguson threw a two-seamer that was 93, 94, and then they were like, hey, don't throw an actual slider, throw a cutter that was 89, and hitters were just all over both because they were the same speed.
And you have his page up and you read those numbers?
No, I got nothing. I have a blitz ball in my hand.
93.9 four-seam fastball.
93, 94.
88.6 cutter. You said 89.
Yeah.
Off by margins.
And then I was mad. I looked into it because he was like pitching well with the Red Sox, and I think he pitched well with the Reds, and he started throwing a slider. I was like, hey.
Yeah. He started throwing, they're calling it a slurve. So stupid. Every slider's different.
Right.
But this is a slurve.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Edwin Diaz's slider is a Paul Skeen's splinker.
Breaking ball.
Yeah. Dan Rourke's curveball. All right.
He's got options, so
He's got options.
that makes it a lot
Very
easier.
And he
young.
can throw heat. They are bringing just heat to the pen, and they're hoping someone works out. Like by this point, they have now added to the pen Cade Winquist, Rule 5, but he's a velo guy.
Potential.
Yeah, potential velo guy. And now they have Chivilli, potential velo guy. And did they add another sneaky one?
And obviously, like Bednar and
Doval.
Doval at the deadline last
Yeah.
year.
No, but I thought there was another guy they added that was like a AAA, maybe not.
Blanking.
Maybe not.
And they also love their prospects in the glue guy and
Yeah, I guess that's the other.
LaGrange.
It's something that's been talked about, but I guess the leash conversation, which we'll have to tailor better towards this year. Legitimate pitching prospects, I think is how I'd like to say it. I don't. For me, this season, and I guess the injuries are a bigger factor too. That this season has the biggest first half, second half feeling of a season going into it that I can remember from doing Talkin Yanks.
Ryan Weathers, maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Ryan Weathers.
If he goes to the
Ryan
pen.
Weathers.
Veal.
Ryan Weathers. Safari Planet.
Dum-dum-dum.
I have a Joel Sherman quote. I have the audio from it if you wanted to hear what he had to say about Weathers.
What a real treat. How about Joel on the...
He's been lighting it up.
Joel has been...
I'm so happy.
Their show's
for him.
awesome.
We've been coming in... people have told us for years we need to tame it up, and now here comes Joel Sherman getting his Dan Rourke and Joe's McFly on.
Yeah, he does it. Remember? He said
dials
they're
it up.
Lazy, unathletic losers. Was that his direct quote? No.
And feels like he does cardio.
Joel Sherman?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of rude to say because Jack Curry tweets about his runs all the time. So,
I mean, Jack Curry.
but he'd want you to say that Jack Curry does cardio and no one else.
Jack Curry does a lot more.
But it's going to create a beef.
Me and JC are good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You and Joel?
Not exactly sure what else they could do. They've gone to about 8 or 9 major league starters. Like Paul Blackburn is a 5th starter for some teams. Ryan Yarborough is a 5th starter for some teams. Will Warren made 33 starts in the major leagues last year. Schlittler looked good. Ryan Weathers was a guy, I'm telling you, the more teams I talk to, I'm like blown away how many teams were trying to acquire Ryan Weathers as kind of like this under the radar guy to grab along the way. And obviously you have Fried, Luis Heel, and maybe those 3 injured guys. Like there is a scenario where they're the best rotation in the American League. And there's a scenario where you and I are sitting and doing shows going, wow, like they're already up to Elmer Cruz here, Rodriguez or Carlos Lagrange or, like,
I wish.
So
I mean, I kind of said that too. Like, this is the deepest rotation. And I made this point a couple of episodes ago. Like, if the 3 hurt guys, as he said, come back and they add to it, it's now the best top end guys we've had as far as the top 3 in a long time. And the deepest if people stay healthy. It's like, I'm not really complaining about the rotation that much. I want more. I want some righty hitters.
No, comma. I like the Yankees, and I'm going to root for the Yankees. That's kind of...
I'm starting to get excited.
That's kind of where it's been, yo.
Yo.
Paul Blackburn and Ryan Yarbrough.
Well, I actually don't think those guys were on my list when I talked about this.
Like, that's
Yarby is for depth.
as depth pieces go, those guys are fine. But I think Yarby got $3 million, Blackburn got $2 million. Okay. Hey, Yarby kind of deserved a job back. Like, Yarby pitched great for us. Blackburn, again, with their pitching stuff, you hope they see something to go along the lines of what we've seen with Luke Weaver and different things of that nature. But, like, when Joel Sherman's saying that, you know, MLB teams could have Paul Blackburn as their fifth starter, not a lot of the teams the Yankees would want to compare themselves to.
Yeah, that's kind of my gripe.
So
with
that's
a lot
where,
of stuff.
So could 3 of our starting pitchers for the first, month and a half be Yarby, Blackburn, and Weathers or Heel?
I don't know if Yarby makes it to the rotation if the depth stays where it's at.
Okay.
Like, I think he's so good at that role, it's almost a detriment coming into a game and giving you 5 innings.
Yeah.
Whereas some of the other guys down there, like Weathers, hasn't done that. He
Correct.
also hasn't relieved. The young guys that come up, they haven't done that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we'll see Yarby as a starter, but you really never know because injuries are going to happen and everything changes. And Paul Blackburn, I don't think. I think Paul Blackburn's the guy they start when it's a doubleheader and they've won the series and we need a guy to pitch.
Yeah, I guess with, Joel came out loud on social media. And again, I already said I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fire me up.
Yeah, you call someone out.
Fire me up. Who do I need to call? Because Joel didn't call anyone out. He kind of gave the Yankees. I guess he called out.
He called out Yankee fans.
Yankee fans.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you call someone out. Come on. Get on your pedestal.
I guess I would call out Yankee fans on I don't know. I pretty much go back to Ryan McMahon, and I'm like, Ryan McMahon deserves a chance to be.
Say it so we can make it a clip that we were really angry at them, like kind of screaming.
Mm.
These idiots, Ryan McMahon.
I don't know if Jack Curry's doing his full cardio anymore.
Oh, one song runs.
Good band. Diarrhea band. I guess for me, I don't know.
People get diarrhea while running all the time.
Our pitching can become exciting. I am not excited about it yet because we could still break camp and we could look at 2 to 3 of the starters and they could potentially, skill-wise, not get off to a great start.
Yeah.
And it's not like our bullpen reinforcements are amazing. Like, we're not the Padres bullpen. We're not one of those bullpens that stands out. That, I don't know. My honest favorite shower daydream I've had about this team, you're going to have to tune in a second. This episode is sponsored by SeatGeek. The MLB offseason nearly over. Spring training. World Baseball Classic this year. That'll be a real treat. NBA, NHL, sure, there's one more football game. Kind of a big one. And SeatGeek has tickets to these and much more pretty much everywhere. 35 million downloads. SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app, and we have a code for you. So if you'd like to save 10% off, why wouldn't you use code YANKS2026? YANKS2026 if you've had the app, if you've used the code before. For your next set of tickets to save 10%, you gotta wanna go to SeatGeek. Code YANKS2026. SeatGeek. Is that they do, whether it's a Weathers or a heel flip or something like that, something more stable in the rotation, and then I guess not heel. Like, I would almost get pretty hyped for our bullpen if Heel was starting the year in the bullpen.
Yes.
Because I'd be like, maybe the light bulb goes on out there, and we're talking about... Right? So that's what I'm saying.
Sounds like you're as hyped as I am.
There's a lot of chess pieces on the board.
Yeah, I recently watched Searching for Bobby Fischer.
Yes, you did. I enjoy chess. I like a lot of the pieces. It's I don't know. I think you could look at Toronto's current rotation. I think you could look at the Red Sox current rotation. I think definitely the Mariners' current rotation and be like, oh, those are better rotations. The Texas Rangers, they had the best ERA last year. They just brought in guys. So that's where I know. This is where maybe I'm knowing too much about the league.
Oh, no. I just,
You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean?
someone's going to get hurt. Someone's going to take a step back. And with those happening, I still think they have enough arms to catch on, especially down the stretch. And if Heel or Schlittler or Warren are going to the bullpen, I kind of like that. And I don't know, I'm really not that worried about the pitching, which sounds crazy to some, but I like their depth. It's the injuries that concern me more. Would I take another top-end starter? Absolutely, but I do think they're set up pretty well. I'm not going to say it's the best rotation in baseball. I just think they're set up to handle something that comes like much better than they were last year.
Right.
And, we had 4 pitchers on the IL after spring training last year, so I like it.
Yeah, I don't want people to think I'm trying to drive fear.
I'm scared of when they go up against teams with lefty relievers. That was kind of dynamite, bad last year.
Right.
They had the most plate appearances against lefty relievers, I believe, by a lot last year.
Yeah, and
because it was the kryptonite.
they're still not doing that.
That's still set up that way.
They need a righty outfielder, and Nitro might not be the guy.
We don't need to do that.
Yeah, I shouldn't do that.
I guess where I'd like to bring this back to where I started.
Calling out.
That's where you bring it back to, calling out Jack Curry.
Oh, okay.
No, I feel like we're very much juggling 2 halves of the season. And the first half pitching, I think the second half of the season, this team's going to be positioned stronger than they have been in a while between prospects, Cole coming back, the other moves they've done.
Mm-hmm.
But it's where are we positioned? Is it because this is where Yankee fans, we kind of forget that how good the starts of the season have been, which you could also put that into a glass half full.
Mm-hmm.
Yankees get off to good starts. So if we're just adding people along the way, no June swoon. Think about,
Okay.
because I would say this for another baseball team when we do Talking Baseball.
Yeah.
If they had a bunch of guys return from injury and a couple top prospects.
Yeah.
I would be like, they just need to get to June 1st and be 500 and they'll feel pretty good about themselves.
Yeah.
If the Yankees get to June 1st and they're 500, we're going to be losing our minds.
They're not going to be 500.
I know. Some of the stuff we're saying is not like an elite baseball team. And baseball's just tough. Like
top 4 in the league last year.
15 and 13 is a good month. That you're like,
the playoff woes was bad, but as far as
Correct.
the regular season stuff, like they tied for first in the American League last year.
Right.
4th best record in Major League Baseball last year.
Correct.
We're tied for 3rd, I think, in Major League Baseball last year.
Yeah.
So that's where running it back,
right.
like in the regular season, that's fine. We need to get better. There's a deadline. There's still a couple moves. There's rookies that can get better. Like, I'm not saying I'm ecstatic, but I'm not really at a place of panic. And I trust the Yankees. So the season's getting closer. So optimism is starting to get to grow for me. There's kind of the off season where you just want moves. You want moves. What's next? Right. And then that
keep adding.
Keep adding. That kind of you start to realize, and the leaves get brown and they fall, and then now things are sprouting up in my brain of optimism because you have to. Like if you're a fan and you go into spring training without optimism, a fan of a team like the Yankees who's always in it,
right?
You got to drink the Kool-Aid a little, have fun.
Oh, that's what spring training's for. That I guess I'm getting some of these out there for the final time before spring training.
Yeah. We have some Twitter questions to answer.
Okay.
First question came from Owen Truesdell. Is left field so much harder in Yankee Stadium that you put your best defender there versus center? With Belly locked in, do we let Dominguez or Jones focus on center versus left? They've got the same prospect fielding grade as Wyatt Langford, who's going to play center in Texas this year. What gives?
What gives?
2-part question. I think since Gardner leaving, it has been shown that left field at Yankee Stadium is something. Like Gallo was a Gold Glove center fielder, didn't like playing left field. Could just be like you need to be someone who gets reps at left field more. That being said, they won't play Dominguez in center. They have no plans to play Dominguez in center and they want him to learn left. So that kind of flips the script. Like in their head, they think he can't do this, but he can do that. So I don't know. It's kind of maybe different skill sets. The ball definitely comes off different.
Yeah, I think Jones, until he's with the major league team and we see and believe anything, we'll do that. Dominguez, the Yankees won't play him in center field, and I think the other thing, Trent like doesn't play left field. Like they've never done it.
Yeah, weird.
That goes back to the whole Verdugo thing. That I think Belly's an amazing defender. Trent is a strong defender.
I think Trent could play left field. I don't know why they didn't do it in 2024.
Odd to me. You'd think the skill set would almost, like, in left field, you almost need that, like, slow pulse. I'm sneaking up on the wall. I'm sneaking up on this, like, kind of Trent's strength. That, yeah, I tend to agree there, but I want to see what Trent looks like with the healthy hamstring again. And, yeah, I guess if they bring in a platoon righty, you can start talking about them in the outfield and Cody's in center or left. That, yeah.
Yeah. Left is definitely a thing at Yankee Stadium, but then it's also, it might just depend on the player.
I guess I'll be interested to see with the Yankees. Will they ever leave it defensively? Like Schlittler's pitching, you're facing a lineup of lefties. Like, could that be a Rosario day in left? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like,
Jazz could play left.
But we know they won't.
I know Oswaldo Cabrera if he comes back.
Right. I guess.
It's weird who they've put there and who they have in.
Exactly.
And it doesn't. There seems to be no rhythm to it.
If there's ever a point of the season where we're looking at the Yankees lineup and it's like, oh, they're putting a left fielder in for their bat and not defense.
How many times did IKF play left?
Couple 2-3.
Didn't he? Right.
Yeah.
That year 2.
He was okay.
Played center a lot.
He's versatile.
Yeah.
Still a free agent?
So he's still available. He's still available.
Now, if Cashman wants to really get the people going.
You guys love those Blue Jays so much. You liked what they did, so I got IKF.
I got a Blue Jay.
37 games in left field as a Yankee in year 2. I don't know how many of those were home. And 28 starts.
Oh my God.
That was 2023
that was
mostly.
2023, yeah.
That one got away.
Yikes. Speaking of, someone has a question that kind of correlates to that.
Okay.
Yes. Does it still feel like the Yankees are one Aaron Judge injury away from last place finish in the East to y'all? Or do you think this team, as is more well-rounded / able to withstand such a situation than they have been in previous seasons?
Now, I think Boone would correct him right away and say they didn't finish in last place because he did that to us. Yeah, if Aaron Judge gets hurt, I don't
Panic.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know if it's last place, but I think they're out of the playoffs. Yeah, it's something crazy happens. Yeah, I mean we've seen it. That kind of whole offense gets exposed. You know, people get less at bats with a runner on base. People get less at bats with the monster looming behind them. Everyone suddenly becomes even more pitchable.
Yeah, it's. I guess I've been a little glass half empty. To be a little glass half full. If you're doing what the injury, let's say it's we do the overnight gasp and everyone does the oh my God we're gonna be out, we're gonna be without Judge the rest of the season. We panic. We get the tweet the next afternoon. X-rays negative. Judge is pretty much gonna be back in 13 days. Like. Stanton, we kind of quickly overlook sometimes, but when Stanton's hot, I mean, that guy is one of the most fearsome righty hitters in the league. That it's like, okay, Stanton goes up to 2 or 3.
He played a lot of outfield last year.
Belly and Rice are out there. Like, you can still put something together, but if Aaron Judge misses significant time, he is the best hitter in baseball.
Yeah.
They are not sustained to handle that well. Now if it's a month, you start really
Yeah.
Because, I mean, in 2023, he played 102 games or something like that.
Guess what?
Something like that.
I forgot he was nursing an injury in the postseason. I just saw someone like do an update on Judge's elbow, and I was like, oh my God.
Remember all that?
That can't be a storyline. It's good. It's healthy. It's fine.
Remember that?
Yeah. That was almost like the most consequential thing said in the press conference that happened yesterday. It was
Yeah.
like, they were like, yeah, no, Judge is like ahead of schedule on the elbow.
And I was like,
all
what
good.
happened to Judge? I was like, oh my God, I forgot. That's scary. Talk about suppressing fears.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Yes, from Brett. What are reasonable expectations for Cole this year and next? He's curious about both.
We're going to cut off the end next, and we'll do that next offseason.
Okay.
Yes.
I think reasonable expectations for Cole are to throw away expectations of having a good overall ERA. Who cares? Let him have bounce back moments and be ready. You know, hopefully we're feeling great come September, October.
Yeah, I mean, hey, almost getting into player profile and projection season.
Pay.
Cole's is he Gerrit Cole going into the postseason? Do we view him as Gerrit Cole or do we view him as something else? That's kind of it, right?
Yeah. That's all there is.
Yeah.
When did he in 2024 he got the injury and came back? Right?
Mm-hmm.
The playoff game was great. But I think he had looking at it here.
Yeah.
Through his first through his first 7 starts, he had a 5.54 ERA. Remember, and you kind of feel it wasn't him. And there was some real big bad ones. So the Mets got him.
It was like both. He started against the Mets and Red Sox twice each, and all 4 of those games were bad. There's a fun butter knife, I think, taking those 4 out. That he had like really good numbers outside of it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gerrit Cole's September will be very interesting.
I agree.
Herm asks, who will have the most impact on the 2026 Yankees, whether by performance or as trade currency, between Heel, Warren, and Ryan Weathers?
Who? Warren. And I don't know if it's good or bad impact, but he's guaranteed to have the most innings out of those 3 in IMO, health.
Yeah, I'll stamp Will Warren. That's the easiest answer for the reasons you mentioned. I will say, as far as rookie pitcher seasons go, like he had 3 blowups. They were in the worst moment. It's was it Dodgers, Red Sox, something else?
Dodgers. Was there a Blue Jays one? I think there was a Blue Jays one.
I think so. It was something. It felt like every time he got like 4 sneaky good starts in a row, it was like one of those would come up and.
Then again, like the innings pitched are there, and innings pitched matter. The strikeouts are there, and that bodes as something that you could build on as a young pitcher, or the quality of your stuff, as we're talking about not wanting hitters who strike out. And yeah, I mean, I think if you butter knifed out the Dodgers start, Will Warren's rookie year looks a lot more like it's probably like a 4-1 with some really nice numbers around it. So, from King to Clark to Warren, it feels like there's like a nice little pass the baton there.
I think it was the Toronto one. Well, he went 4 innings, gave up 8 earned, but the Dodgers won 1.1 innings.
How many?
7.
Yeah.
Earned runs.
I remember like at end of the year, we mentioned it in some episode, but there were fun stats about like how many starts he was able to make and innings pitched by as a rookie that were like, the number of guys who make like over 31 starts as a rookie, it's like 8 guys since 2000 or something like that. Like it was like some sneaky impressive work by him, even if the results on the whole aren't there.
Okay.
Take the innings. Leave the cannoli.
good father. One more question.
Yes, this should be our last one. I'm the Yankees' biggest fan in India. Fandom of only 3 years, though. Have no clue why they're considered the evil empire, and how does it feel to watch them win the World Series?
Okay. Well, if you're following the Dodgers right now, and they win the World Series a lot, and they also get the best free agents all the time, that's why the Yankees were called the evil empire. The Dodgers are just called ruining baseball. That's what people say about them. The Yankees were called the evil empire. It's actually first said by the Red Sox when the Yankees got Jose Contreras. And the Red Sox, the story is like they were in the same hotel room, and the Yankees stole him like in the lobby before he'd get up to the room. There's some story like that.
It's like George Steinbrenner in a newspaper or something. There's something.
Yeah, so that's why they got it. How's it feel to win the World Series? You know, like, I don't remember 96. I was 7 years old. I remember it, but I don't know. I don't have the diehard fan feelings. 09 felt like good.
Right.
Supposed to happen. Winning a World Series now after such a long time not, it'll probably feel
Different.
more joyous. Like 09 felt like, we're the best. Like more like
We signed 3 crazy free agents. Everyone was like, oh, here's the Yankees, and then they did it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it wasn't awesome, but it was more of just like you got to just keep acting how you've been acting. Where like if now after this, and also I feel like for myself, I was living in Connecticut. I had swine flu.
Oh.
And there wasn't like an online community that I was like really like bouncing it off, So I remember watching it with my parents being sick and celebrating. But now I just feel like even not like talking Yanks community, but even like, fans that are on, Twitter, Facebook, forums, you got more people to be very excited about with, I think.
Yeah, I guess one of the things I jump back to, and we used to do this a lot when we did early voicemails, people would always ask, like, what's your favorite memory of being a Yankee fan? Which, tough question. And one that is it's bizarre, but not bizarre. But it was the Yankees coming back on Byung-Hyun Kim twice. Because they had just won 3 straight World Series. Like, George Steinbrenner of owners, I mean, who do you even compare him to? Like, peak Mark Cuban? Like, as far as famous owners that were also out in the media doing stuff, I mean, he's unmatched, basically. So there's that, the allure of the Yankees, winning 3 straight, with how much people currently dislike the Dodgers, you could kind of multiply it by that. That when they came back on Byung-Hyun Kim and the Diamondbacks, it was just like, yeah, man. I was watching it as a Yankees fan and a massive sports fan, thinking this is what I expect this team to do. And they're like the only team in sports I know that does that. Like, I hadn't watched any other dynasties at that point. I like kind of caught the Cowboys, but I was young and I don't know. I was just like, okay. The Yankees, it was like, oh, this is like, it's where you start getting into weird emotional Yankee stuff that people get mad about now. But I was like, this is what it means to be a Yankee. Like, we come back against your closer at home in the World Series.
Twice. Badass. Badass. All right. Well, that's the end of the questions and all the segments. But before we leave, I have to... I don't know what the titling of it would be, but we have some really unfortunate news in the Yankees community and in our Talkin' Yanks and John Boy media community come through a couple days ago. And if you've been listening to this show for a long time, if you used to listen to John Boy and Jake Radio, you're going to know the name. Our friend, Yankees fan compadre, voicemail guru, Bubak, has passed away. Battled cancer and passed away a couple days ago. Hit me like a ton of bricks. Woke up, saw the text this morning. The most positive guy ever. We used to tell him we needed him to call in just to spread some positivity. I remember one time he was riding on his lawnmower, just calling and screaming, yelling. We were just actually mentioning him in text the other day. Incredibly sad. He has 3 young girls, a wife, and we'll share a link. I don't know if it's fully there yet, but his in the obituary, he says they're going to establish a donation place. It says, in lieu of flowers, donations may be made to a memorial being established in support of the girls' education and the Grace Foundation. So if that name rings a bell, if you want to help out family in need right now, it was like, yeah, man, like essential part of our community and fan engagement. Always positive. Flew in for our event from
Nebraska.
From Nebraska.
Is that his first trip ever to New York?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Us?
I mean,
his wife.
Just
Great people.
big heart. Very least go read his bio and put his family in your thoughts because, crushing news.
Yeah. Amazing dude. For the longtime listeners, you definitely heard him on this pod. He was every opening day. We tried to make sure we got him involved on the hype train. Whenever we could, if you remember going back to, we had these really cool wooden Yankee home plates made. They were made by Bubak.
They're in the Manhattan office.
In the main studio.
You can see 'em behind
This ties into, I guess, slightly corny stuff, but hopefully I land the plane for once. That, when we start doing all this and all the people getting involved, the numbers are smaller and we can be more engaged. Those are all the people that literally make it worthwhile to make this a career and stuff like that, and also figuratively make it worthwhile to be like, oh, it's not just, we're not just talking into the ether or anything like that. Bubak was one of the pillars of that. That this probably, it won't be the last time you hear us talk about it on here, because if they're still figuring out the foundation and stuff, we definitely want to get that more out there. And it's life's a doozy sometimes. That best of the Bubaks, man. Such good people.
Yeah. What sobering news. 3 kids. 39 years old, and it said, 7-8 month battle, which is how quickly. Man, we'll share more as we get more. But yeah, all right. Sorry to end on such a somber note, but I would have felt terrible to not share how important he was to us and how good of a guy and the news.
That's life.
All right. See you later. Go Yanks. Tell him, Grams.
Go Yankees.